It's 1 degree out here. It might be colder right now. Let me see the top.
Yeah, your high for the day is ridiculous. But I
So
mean, it's
right
Alaska.
now it's a minus 9.
9. Yeah. Yep. And your high for the day is 3 degrees.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Likewise, very good morning to you, King Gary. Happy Friday. Good morning to our sister Devs. Happy Friday to you. Yeah, and happy weekend.
What'd you say?
I was just saying happy weekend to our sister Devs and agreeing with King Gary about a very good morning.
Man, it's gotta go. There is always leaving. How he hates to say goodbye. And what she doesn't know, there really is no reason. Really is no reason why.
What you know about Michael Franks?
Everything.
Yeah, I see you over there singing. There's a tiger in the rain. I know that shit, Pop. I used to listen to it all the time.
You did?
Hell yeah, Michael Franks was the shit. I couldn't believe I was so advanced. I was in junior high school, like 9th grade. Look at that nigga was the shit.
You was impressed with yourself?
Huh?
You was impressed with yourself?
Yeah, that's how I knew I was a music dude, because I had that old school shit in me. I was like, man, didn't nobody else even know who Michael Franks was in 1985 in junior high school where I went. They didn't know who Michael Franks was. That's why I got all this good. You see this hair, Pop? Check it out. Booyah. Check it out.
I see you colored it.
Huh?
I see you colored it.
No, I ain't colored this hair.
You did, nigga. So you ain't got no.
I don't use dye. I can't use dye. I got acne problems. I can't. That'll fuck my skin up.
You ain't got no gray. You ain't got no.
Man. Ain't no dye in here. It's gray. A little gray right here on the end. Right here. How's it? You see it? You see it, Snitchy?
Yes.
Ain't no dye. This ain't no dye.
Okay. I forgot you still wet behind the ears a little bit.
That's because I got a lot of hair. It's hard to clean. It's hard to
Good
clean.
morning, Vertical. Good morning, sir.
King Vertical said Ali have a man unit.
Yeah, because Vertical ain't seen no hair in 30 years. That nigga he got one hair string. Then he got one hair string coming out his neck.
Oh my God. Good morning, King Fred.
Good morning. Good morning. Dang, I'm hungry. Good morning, Emac.
Yes, good morning, King Emac. Fro Lee. Wow.
Are we live?
We are.
I would like to send my condolences to J. King and the family. I kind of taken back, so I won't be participating too much today. It's not a good day, so I don't feel like playing today.
But you came
Okay.
to the wrong place not to play, nigga, because you gonna get
Yeah.
roasted.
Guys coming. Always coming in here with
I'm not feeling well. I don't feel
what?
well
Well,
today.
you should go on home then, nigga. Turn your camera off.
I don't feel well today. You
Okay,
guys
well,
have
see you later. See you next week. See you Monday.
Hey, you feel well, King Fred.
Good morning. Good
Good
morning,
morning,
y'all.
King. Good morning, King Official Lot. Why don't you feel well, King Fred?
I don't know. I think it's the medication in my diet. I just feel lousy. There's a lot of shit going on. And that's right. There's you don't have control over this shit.
Well, you show behind the steering wheel, nigga, not to be feeling good.
Well, I have to eat and I have to go to the doctor. This is my fighting, motherfucker. Oh, man, I don't want to deal with you, bro. I'm good.
All right, well, go on. Get on there. We'll see you Monday.
Y'all have a great day because I don't want to be angry and try to defend myself.
Oh, nigga, please.
The foolish.
Right.
You knew that's what you had to do.
I don't know. Yeah, let him go because he being very sissified. Yeah, I don't want to hear all that sissified shit. Nigga gonna come here and where Kiki and Ha Ha live and try to unkey and unhop.
Nigga try to unkey it.
Unkey it. Aha.
We trying to key and Ha Ha. He trying to unkey it and unhop. Kind of shit is
I
that?
can't mess with y'all today.
You
You know,
know,
y'all do be negative.
for fucking with you. I could cuss you out all day and call you all kind of motherfuckers, but I don't think it's appropriate. I just
Well,
don't.
you do, but you do call me all kind of. You do cuss me out and call me all kind of motherfucker.
Well, I
But
don't
when
think it's fair today. Today can be a good day without me putting my foot in your ass, man.
but you want
Shit.
to. I like
I
when you
want
do.
to. I just don't. Man, I got to use my energy for something else, man. Fuck all
Fred.
you. What?
Fred, is the sun shining in Texas today?
Yep, there it is.
You all good there, brother. You all good.
No, that
Right
nigga he want to come in here because he feel like bitchy poo. He want us to be bitchy poo with him. Nigga, take your bitchy poo on.
This the motherfucker. That's what you good at, this and missing motherfuckers. I ain't gonna take the abuse. I'm just to go on my own.
Bye. I know. Go on.
Bye.
Bye.
Let us know what the doctor say, King Fred. Good morning, King Willie's in.
That's
Good morning,
later on the day too. I got to get ready. I ain't got time for this shit. Hold on.
Okay. That's what you told us, and you told us you was leaving, and then you still here.
Because I had to come back to defend myself.
Why?
Because I'm starting to feel better if I can yell and act a fool, but I don't feel right doing that with this short ride I got ahead of me.
All right, well, bye, nigga.
I'm not talking to you.
I'm talking to you.
But you came in here, Fred, putting your misery on us. Good morning, Fatima.
It's good morning time, Pop.
Good morning. Good morning. I'd like to say good morning with a song for you. Good morning. Good morning. I'd like to say good morning with a song or two. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood, a wonderful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? Kings in the Morning listeners, would you be my neighbor? Good morning, Ali. Would you be my neighbor?
Certainly, Jay. Thank you for asking.
Good morning, Sir Fisher-Lot. Would you be my neighbor?
Certainly, Jay. I'm bringing Ronnie Laws with me this morning.
Good morning, Fred. Would you be my neighbor?
Yes, Jay, I'd love to be your neighbor.
Yeah, so what? So you can tell us how fucked up the neighborhood is?
Yes, indeed.
Why you all sissified? What happened? What made you come in and want to be all?
Okay, I'm going through some shit with this. It's just crazy to be having IV in your arm and having to watch this shit, have to prepare for the shit, induce your medicine, and it's just weird to me. I'm not a fucking junkie. I don't like needles. I know it can get infected. It's just overwhelming, bro.
Okay, so you bring that energy to the.
No, you brought it. You brings energy all the time, and then you'll stop with the funniness. Then you'll go godly with the humble. I don't know which way to go with you, bro.
Hey, Fred, you know you wasting money in that car wash. All you got to do is get you some distilled water and wipe your car down. It'll shine.
I'm going to tell you where I'm going, Fred. I'm going up a yonder, going up a yonder. I'm going up a yonder.
Going up a yonder.
I'm going up a yonder.
Going up a yonder.
To be with my Lord.
Oh.
I'm going up a yonder.
Going up a yonder.
I'm going up a yonder.
Going up a yonder.
I'm going up a yonder.
Going up a yonder.
To be with my Lord. And then on. That's where I'm going with it. Good morning, Shirley Brown.
Yes, good morning, sister.
That nigga went up yonder in the car wash.
Who was that? Who was that? Oh, Chocolate Peach. Good morning, Chocolate. Is that Chocolate Peach? Yeah. Good morning, Chocolate Peach.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning, Chocolate Peach.
Chocolate Peach.
So what Fred wanted to do was bring misery into the show. So he got mad at me and Ali because we said no to misery. And when you come on this show, you should want to bring the kikis and the ha-ha.
You got some seaweed pop?
No, this is mini pretzel.
Oh, okay. Maui monk, huh?
Maui Mono. Good morning, Coach. So I don't know why Fred came in here like that, wanting to be mean and nasty to people with trying to do
nothing bad to anyone, Jay. Don't turn that shit around on me, man. Go on with your show and hee and ha with Ali.
I didn't know you. I'm sorry, I didn't know you. I didn't know you were here. I was trying to practice what you preach and be full-faced. So I didn't know you were here.
Yeah.
No, I know you talk about me behind my back.
No, you don't.
I ain't talking to you. Mind your business. When you talking, you make everybody be quiet. Why don't you mind your business?
Because you be getting into mine, so I'm getting back at you today. All right, I'm done. I'm gonna leave you alone. You look like you're feeling good, Fred. You got like 100.
You know, Howard is crazy, man. Listen to this. Howard, What if I had purchased 2 cruise tickets? What you did to me was dirty. You acted toward me in a way that proved your hatred of the white man. I would have gone on the cruise and likely would have enjoyed it anyway, but the way you did me dirty. Sans loyalty showed me 2 things. First, it showed me who you are. And secondly, it underscores that I am a better man than you are. I treat my friends and most people with loyalty you will likely never know. That's how I see it and how I feel about it. You gave me little hints along the way that I should not have ignored. I don't really want to use the word nigger. It isn't me. It's you. H. Now, you know what? Now, I'm going to tell you what's so funny about Howard and all this. Howard doesn't have any friends around him. There's nobody around him. He's isolated in Thailand. I mean, if he had good friends, even his friends haven't come together to buy him a ticket to come to the U.S. and visit them. On the other hand, I have friends that have been my friends since elementary school, since preschool, that are still my friends today. As a matter of fact, a lot of my friends are on the show with me. Even friends who say they're not my friends, like Fred. Good morning, Christy Grant. So when Howard says, you know, so first of all, Howard had came on the cruise. Howard would have been loved on the cruise. We would have messed with Howard, found out who he was, and probably had a good time with Howard. But Howard wouldn't have came on a cruise because the cruise cost some money. And Howard would have had to fly from Thailand, bring somebody with him from Thailand, and that cost money. And then he would have had to pay for the cruise $4,300 for two people. That cost, Howard don't have that kind of money. But if Howard came on the cruise, we would treat Howard with the same love. Remember when Reese was on the ass kicking tour and everybody was like, what happened when Reese see Kente?
Yeah.
And Reese and Kente saw each other and it was just love.
Yeah, them niggas gave each other a hug.
Right. It would have been love with Howard. The only person that it wouldn't have been love with was Howard. Because Howard don't know how to love. Howard don't know how to love because Howard couldn't love his own mother and father. That's not me saying it. That's him. He came on his show and said it. So when Howard says things like, what if I had purchased? What if for the fifth we'd all be drunk? If you had purchased a ticket, it would have mean you were financially able to. You're not financially able to. So Howard need to stop it with that. But I do like the key and ha of Howard being in, chiming in.
Yeah,
so keep it coming.
He's a psycho motherfucker.
And all Howard had to do was come on this show and say, I apologize to Nicole, or I apologize to Snitchy Smurf. I shouldn't call her those names. Sometimes she makes me mad, but I'll get better. I won't do that anymore. And I enjoy the show. I don't want to not be on the show with you guys. So I'd appreciate if you guys let me continue to be on the show. And I'll learn something. I'll get better. I'll curb myself. But he's not going to say that. His little wee-wee won't let him. His little wee-wee won't let him say it. His little wee-wee won't let him. His little wee-wee won't let him say it. Fred, I apologize.
No. Just let it go. You're bringing in wee-wees and infection control and everything else. You don't need to just go on with your show. Read us a story, Dad. Sing a song. Something else other than wee-wees and you don't know what's inappropriate and not inappropriate at the present time. So just go on and sing a song. Do that. With your good singing ass. Tell us how to invest in some shit. How to live among one another's in a teeny home and shit.
You got some teeny homes, Pop?
Tiny homes. Shit. Tell us how to live and get along and who we gonna take with us and shit.
You want me to tell you a story?
Yeah.
Yeah, please, dude.
Put yourself on mute, and I'm gonna tell you a story.
Okay, Dad.
The monitors are steady, Natalie, but you need to rest. The nurse's voice was a soft blur against the relentless rhythmic thrum of the dialysis machine. Natalie Cole lay in the sterile light of a Los Angeles hospital, her body a fragile shell of the powerhouse that once commanded the world's stages. The air smelled of antiseptics and the cold, the metallic tang of blood being scrubbed by a machine. It was May 2009, and the Princess of Soul was fading. Her kidneys were failing, her lungs were weary, and the vibrant life that she had clawed back from the brink, was slipping through her fingers again. But the real pain wasn't in her veins. It was in a room down the hall where her sister, Carol Cookie Cole, lay dying of lung cancer. They were born in a palace of song, but they spent their lives fighting the ghosts that lived in the hallway long before the hospital gowns. They were the daughters of the king. Nat King Cole was the voice of a generation, a man who sang like velvet and moved like royalty. But for Natalie and Cookie, the Cole name was a heavy crown. They grew up in Hancock Park, a neighborhood of manicured lawns and hidden teeth. They remembered the day a cross was burned into their front yard because their father's skin didn't match the neighborhood standards. They saw the gatekeepers of society smile at their father on television and then spit on the ground he walked on in person. While Cookie moved into acting and producing, keeping the family's business steady, Natalie took a darker path. She wanted to be her own woman, but the pressure to be unforgettable drove her into a nightmare. Natalie wasn't just singing with a dead man, she was resurrecting her own soul from the ashes of a crack pipe. The 1980s were a blur of freebasing, car crashes, and the kind of addiction that hollows a human being out from the inside. She lost the money, she lost the voice, she nearly lost her mind. The industry wrote her off as another tragic Hollywood footnote. But the Cole sisters had iron in their blood. With Cookie as their anchor, Natalie fought her way back through the haze of rehab. In 1991, she did what everyone said was impossible. She stepped into a recording booth and sang a duet with the ghost of her father. Unforgettable swept the Grammys and sold millions, but the victory came with a hidden price. Years of drug use had left a ticking time bomb in her liver, hepatitis C. By 2009, the bomb had gone off. Natalie was on the transplant list, hooked to a machine 3 times a week just to stay alive. She was fighting for a second chance at life while she watched Cookie, the sister who had held the family together, take her final breath. Then came the call that felt like a script from a cruel movie. A kidney had been found, a perfect match. The miracle arrived in her cooler, but the joy died in the room next door. As Natalie was being prepped for the surgery that would save her life, she received the news. Cookie was gone. The woman who had shaped her childhood, her secrets, and her survival had slipped away just as the door to Natalie's future swung open. Natalie went under the knife with the weight of 1,000 sorrows on her chest. She woke up with a stranger's kidney and a sister's absence, but she didn't stop. She took that gift and she sang for another 6 years, carrying the legacy of the Cole name until her own heart finally gave out in 2015. They weren't just the daughters of a king, they were the queens of their own wreckage and rebirth. Today we remember the music, the Grammys, and the unforgettable voice. But the true story of Natalie and Carol Cole isn't about the spotlights. It's about the silent strength of two sisters who survived the fires of racism, the trap of addiction, and the crushing weight of fame. They matter because they proved that your name doesn't define you, your resilience does. They showed us that even when the song ends, the harmony remains. In the quiet moments of a jazz record, you can still hear them. Two sisters, two lives, and a bond that even death couldn't silence. Good morning, Bernard. Would you be my neighbor?
Good morning, everyone. Absolutely, Jay.
Good morning, Dr. Dre. Would you be my neighbor?
Absolutely, Jay, and thank you for asking.
So, um, good morning, Francis Wright. Good morning, Reginald Sanders. Um, on Wednesday night, after I take my show for KBLA, I drove over to see Tristan Mays. And Tristan was in the worst shape I'd ever seen him in. I knew that this was going to be the end. He was very agitated, but his eyes were closed. You know, you could tell that his body was, but he looked good. His skin looked beautiful, and his wife had him groomed, so his beard, the mustache were all gray, but it was very well kept, and he looked good. But his body was failing him because for the last 6-7 years he's had an instrument in his heart.
Was it an LVAC?
No, I don't know what just listen. This nigga wanted. Now he's a doctor. Now this nigga he about to turn into Forrest Gump on us.
No, man, because I just know about because that's what Marie has.
Okay, I
Marie
know,
has an
but so
LVAC.
he had an instrument
Not
in his
now,
heart.
Dre.
Good morning, JoJo Red. And but it could only last for 6 to 9 years. And so he was starting to get infections in his body because of it. And, you know, Tristan was a smoker, smoked cigarettes. And the doctor told him that he had to stop smoking cigarettes in order to get on the list to get a heart. And Tristan, he fought hard to not smoke cigarettes. But nicotine is more addicting than any drug you're going to ever encounter in your life. Because he just couldn't quit. And they wouldn't give him the heart. And on yesterday morning at 2 a.m, good morning, Del Bernie. You know, it was it. That was it. And as I was leaving, Frances was coming to the hospital. So she and you know, I saw her and Tristan's wife Barbara. I saw them talking and embracing and doing what girls do, and I just felt it was not a space for me to be in. And I excused myself. Good morning, Daphne, and I let them do what they did. I had been there waiting for an hour or so. And so I stepped out and let Francis and his wife do what women do, and that's commune in a way that men. You know, I'm a old school dude. Like I'm from the, you know, I'm you know, I'm probably Fred Flintstone to the new generation. I just think men and women, there's different spaces for them. And I knew that was a space for women to commune and to do what they were going to do. And I saw it happening in real time. So I let it happen and I left. And I thought that Tristan would last a day or two. I just didn't think it would be longer than that. So for him to leave yesterday morning at 2 a.m, I knew that whatever Francis and Barbara did put him at peace and put him at ease and allowed him, to go to the universe, understanding that love was around him. And yesterday when I was on the radio, I was able to pay tribute to Tristan Mays. I don't think people really understand the significance of Tristan Mays to Black radio in Sacramento. We never had a real Black radio station for any significant length of time. We had the Bomb that was around for a few years, but not any significant Black radio like we've had these last 2 decades, or close to 2 decades. We had KPOP and KPIP on the weekends and some weekdays at late night or after the sun went down in Roseville. We had that in the 70s for a few hours, for a few days a week. That's what we would get. But when you talk about radio, Black radio in Sacramento, Tristan Mays is going to be at the top of the list. He was arguably the greatest voice to ever touch a mic in Sacramento, California. Tristan Mays. Good morning, Chief. Would you be my neighbor?
Sure, Jay. Let it be your neighbor.
And KDEE is arguably the most significant Black radio station in the history of radio in Sacramento. And I think most people would say that. When I say most, I'm talking about in the 90th percentile of people. It would be 90-something percent. If you asked up 10 people, 9 people would say yes. Even 9.5 would say yes out of the 10. Good morning, Charissa. And if you ask who is the most important voice, in the 90 percentile, it would be Tristan Mays. Good morning, Lino. Daphne said, I'm really sad about Tristan. I met him and he was really a good, cool guy. Blessings to his family. Francis said, oh, Jay, you're making me cry. Beautiful moments with him did take place. I was able to take pictures and she was able to cherish. So, an era has ended when it comes to radio in Sacramento. Good morning, Lori Downs. And but I don't think Tristan Mays will ever be forgotten. I think whenever anything about radio comes up, Tristan Mays' name will have to be spoken. Good morning, Jeff Gill. If anybody said the most important era of radio, they would say from 2010 till today, because that is how significant he was and he is to our community. And a lot of people's hearts are broken. And but I wanted people to know that this wasn't anything out of the blue. This wasn't something that was sudden, that we saw it. And even as us who are in the radio station with him, as we saw it taking place, you hope. Good morning, Alvin. You hope and you pray that some type of miracle comes in. And I asked the nurse that was in the room when Francis and his wife were talking, and I said, is there any way that something could happen that would bring him back where everything will be okay? And she said, no, unfortunately, this is the process, and he's in the final stage of it. All we can do at this point is make him comfortable, because he was scheduled to go home. They were scheduling him to go home, but he was too sick to leave the hospital. And as I said, there was some 6 years or so before, he had the instrument put in his heart, so he had to carry a pack with him, a pack that went to his heart, so that pack carried with him everywhere he went, and that thing started to get infections, and the reason why it started to get infections is because it was starting to wear out, and you couldn't put another one in. They had put another one in. Actually, this was the second one that he had in, second and third one. But I'm going to do the daily word. Brother Reverend Ali is going to do the word of the day. The daily word on Friday, February 27th, is forgiveness. FORGIVENESS. I practice forgiveness and find true freedom. As I look upon my life, lingering regrets may keep me tethered to the past, especially if I am clinging to feelings of resentment and unforgiveness. Jesus spoke about forgiveness and taught his disciples to forgive, even to love their enemies. And the ultimate example of forgiveness, he said from the cross, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." I commit to forgiveness, not as a one-time act, but as a continuous process. I notice when I feel constricting energy in my heart, or when my mind is preoccupied with resentment or anger. Through divine love, I forgive easily. As I forgive, I am forgiven. Anger and bitterness are dissolved, and I give way to love's flow. Be kind to one another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another, as God in Christ has forgiven you. That's Ephesians 4:32. Brother Reverend Ali, what is the word of the day?
OG,
Good morning.
the word of the day is clean, spelled CLEAN. The definition for clean is free from dirt, marks, or stains, or intake. Let me see if I can use this in a sentence. Anyone that's listening out there, when dealing with your body and soul, try to make sure everything is clean. Clean.
What if you forget to put your teeth in the water? You couldn't put them in your mouth?
Don't you just goddamn me wash your
I
sweat
didn't know you was here.
Put some
Fred,
pants on. Why don't you put some pants and some drawers on? You nasty fucker. You don't wear drawers, nasty ass.
I got drawers on, dumb.
So you walking around with no damn drawers on?
No, do you see my drawers right here?
I don't want to see your damn drawers.
Well, Fred is trying to act like I ain't got no drawers on there right here. Why you telling on somebody? Why you looking at me and see if I got drawers on or not?
Well, you the one that came on the show and said you don't particularly care to wear drawers.
You did say that shit.
The straight way to your immune system.
I don't wear drawers. I don't necessarily wear drawers with all my pants. I don't.
Well, that's fucking gross. You're
Well,
nasty.
I don't want wrong
well,
You know, the CDC gonna be looking for your dirty ass after a while. You all that dye going up in there, your ass breathes, Jay. Chemicals and shit, but you know everything.
well, Fred, I'm glad you're back because earlier today you had a little bitchy-itis on you. A little
Well, I'm coming
bitchy-itis.
around. Well,
Good morning,
I
Godfather.
if you change your voice and start preaching, man, that shit make me want to cry and hide or do something, man. You got to stay on up. Oh, wait. Marissa, say that word again. Marissa or Larissa? What the fuck you
Sharissa?
doing? It's not
Sure.
Charissa. It's
Sure.
Marissa. You got
No,
two?
Teresa. You got Teresa Martin right there.
Her name is
Oh, okay. Okay,
So
go.
what?
Go ahead, Jay. Please, not me.
Nobody said. I was just saying something, and then you came in. I didn't know you was here.
Well, I'm here, all right.
Or you? I mean, you're here, but you're very animated and sweet today for some reason.
Well, you know, you talk about this long ride, and then you do this preacher, then you bury me on the show. And, you know,
I buried you on the show because you're the one who wanted me to read. Who wanted to do your? You asked for that.
Well, I don't
Hey.
want it no more. I don't want it no more. It's slipping away. Shut up, Bernard, and stop looking for bodies, nigga.
I said that, Fred. You do like you do.
He find this shit hilarious.
You know. Every now and then, Fred like to.
You know you got spots on your liver. Fuck you too.
You motherfucker! I gotta go Monday. They can look at them.
Okay, I mean, Jay, you need to stop playing with us with that shit. Just because you run and jog and shit. We sick around here. Just be cool with that bullshit, nigga.
I ain't sick.
So Dale, the flight from Portland to Anchorage was 4.5 hours. The flight from Sacramento to Portland was 1 hour and 14 minutes. And our layover was about 25 minutes. So we had about 25 minutes before we got on the other plane. So we left yesterday at 7 o'clock. Our flight left at 7:04 from Sacramento to Portland. And then at 9:30 from Portland, we left and we arrived. I'm sorry, 4 hours and 5 minutes. We arrived in Anchorage right around 12:35. Now 12:35 equals 1:45 in California because they're 1 hour behind us. Like right now, it's 7:34 in Anchorage, even though it's 8:34 in California. So it's a 4 hour and 5 minute flight. So no, it's not that bad, you know. And you got to fly, fly Alaska Airlines. So,
4 hours from Portland.
Yeah, 4 hours and 5 minutes. So
no wonder you got drawers on today. You didn't know how long it was gonna take for you next time you shit it.
Fred, let me say this to you. 4 hours is not a long time, so I can hold that. But there's no such word. There's no such word, Fred. There's no such word as shitted. You can say you shat. You didn't know when the next time you would shat. Is what you But it's like when you say you're four-faced, there's no such word as faced it. I just say that with you. I'm four-faced is what you should say.
Well, you go along with the Webster Dictionary. You've turned kind of. If Google don't say it, AI don't say it, You know, you don't go along with people that are just living. You know, I'm a living testimony.
Yeah.
You know, but you don't you turn everything I say around into a joke.
Well,
But
Fred, Fred, a lot of the stuff you say is joke worthy because it can't be taken seriously.
Well, along with your what I got going on and your cheap shots and your motherfucking whatever you call it, your whatever, man. I'm lost for words. I don't need
Okay.
this today.
Divorce is among the most exhausting experiences anyone can go through, especially when assets, children, or other responsibilities are involved. However, the divorce will most certainly get extra dicey if one of the separated spouses keeps secrets. Like one California woman who didn't tell her ex husband about the 100 shares of Microsoft she was hiding in a joint account. The shares were being held in a joint account that the two opened when they were married, but she didn't tell him about the shares for 20 years. Do the math. And the 100 Microsoft shares at roughly $400 per share amount to approximately $40,000. The joint account had been opened back in 2000 while the California couple divorced in 2005, according to the husband and his legal advice post. He had just recently discovered there were 100 Microsoft shares in the account. Now he claims to have forgotten about the account and knew nothing about the shares, even when he was filling out the paperwork for the divorce. The wife, on the other hand, did not forget about it and even tried to sneakily get her ex to sign the account over. Funny how 2 months after we divorced, she suddenly remembered there was a joint account containing assets, the husband remarked. What likely had happened, he surmised, was that the ex wife was trying to cash in the shares, but needed her ex husband's signature to do anything. But now that her scheme and big secret had been revealed, the man asked Reddit for legal advice on what to do. The majority of the users in the comment section strongly suggest that he get a divorce attorney on the job ASAP. Hiding assets during a divorce is a big no-no, said the Redditor. While some could argue that if the ex-husband never knew about the shares, then she must have bought them on her own. However, as one user points out, once she put it in a joint account, now it's a joint asset. So now it's going to be a battle in the court to see that $40,000 worth of Microsoft shares get divided between the divorced couple, the ex-wife being legally in the wrong for her secret. Good morning, Jeff Carlin. Good morning, Lee Fletcher. What would you do? A few years after the divorce, she sent me some cryptic text saying to sign documents to release my half of a joint account because she claimed the account was inheritance money from her grandmother, the ex-husband explained. He declined since she refused to provide any supporting documentation. But this went on for several years. Fast forward today, she and her lawyer contacted her husband, stating she's entitled to the joint account. So she tried to wait him out. And if you were gonna wait him out, you had to be nice to him. You know, she thought she was gonna put the old poopty dupe on him, and he didn't go for it. No can do.
No can do.
She can't go for that.
No, no.
Savlana, the stowaway Dali, allegedly snuck onto another flight. Savannah Dali is at it again. Dali, who previously was convicted in Brooklyn federal court of being a stowaway on a Delta Airlines flight out of New York airport to Paris, allegedly snuck onto a United flight at New Jersey's Newark Airport on Wednesday night, law enforcement sources told ABC News. The United flight landed in Milan. She's now in Italian custody. United said in a statement, safety and security are our highest priorities. We are investigating the incident and working with the appropriate authorities. Sevlana Dali, the Delta Airways stowaway, who in November of 2024 went through security at JFK Airport, walked onto a Delta plane without a boarding pass and hid in the plane bathroom for several hours, according to prosecutors. When a flight attendant noticed, Dali faked vomiting to excuse her lengthy time in the bathroom, according to prosecutors. After Dali was brought back from France to New York to face charges, she was released from custody. Dali allegedly cut off her ankle monitor and traveled to Buffalo, New York, where she tried to cross over the Peace Bridge into Canada. In July of 2025, the Russian citizen and U.S. permanent resident was sentenced to time served for the New York to Paris flight. Dali told the judge she snuck onto the flight to seek treatment because she said the U.S. military had poisoned her. My actions were directed toward only one purpose, to save my life, Dali said through a Russian interpreter. 2 days before Dali stole away on the Paris flight, she allegedly accessed a secure area of the departures terminal at Bradley International Airport in Connecticut, prosecutors said. Earlier in 2024, customs agents found Dali hiding in a bathroom in the secure area of the Miami International Airport. You guys want to see what she looked like?
Yeah. Sure, Jay. Certainly.
Yeah. She looks. I've seen her.
Woo, Lord. She ain't that bad though. She just looked like she got some problems.
They need to take her to the mental institution. They clearly crazy.
She look fucking crazy.
They wasting money in court for a nut.
We have Dali on the phone.
Oh God.
No, I'm joking.
Oh, we want to hear what she had to say, Jay.
Yeah, I want to hear what she got to say.
Hello, Ravana, Miss Dali, how are you? Hello, Jay. I am fine. I'm so happy to be here. Lots of lies have been told about me. When I got on the plane the first time, it was a mistaken gate. How do I get on the plane? How do they let me on the plane if I don't have the ticket? How do they? They tell the lies. They let me on the plane. They say, this is your plane. And I say, okay. Who am I to tell the airline they don't know their plane? Who am I? Who am I? I'm just lady. I'm just lady. I'm poisoned by the U.S. government. They're poisoning me. I go looking for the treatment. Yeah, okay, so you went looking for treatment, but why would you look for treatment in Paris? That is a great question. It is because in Paris, they're very kind with the treatment. They don't charge a lot of monies. In the United States, they charge lots of monies. The monies is hard to buy. Okay, but you said that that you was on the wrong flight. Yes, I was on the wrong flight. They put me on the wrong flight. But you just said that in Paris, is when they have good treatment. Yes, they have very good treatment in the Paris. But you weren't going to Paris. Where were you going? I don't understand. I don't speak good English. I don't understand what you say. What I'm asking you is, if you weren't going to Paris to get treatment, where were you going to get treatment? They put you on the wrong flight. Where were you going to get treatment? Oh, that's a great question. I wanted to get the treatment. Wherever I could get the treatment, that's where I wanted to go. Yeah, but you were on a plane. Where was your plane ticket to? Yes, that's exactly right. My plane ticket was not to Paris. This is what they send me. So then when they send me, I go to the Paris and they
They send
okay.
me.
But Miss Valerie, you said that you were going to get treatment. Yes, 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 yes. I was going to get the treatment. Okay. So you were going to get treatment. I was going to get the treatment. Because the United States government is trying to poison me.
Oh.
So the flight attendant caught you in the bathroom faking that you were vomiting. And see, this is what I'm going to sue the peoples for the lies. I was not faking the bombing. The bombing was real. I was in the bathroom. It's real. I was in the bathroom and I go to the Paris because they let me on the plane. They don't let you on the plane unless you have the tickets, right? So I have the ticket. But you went to Paris. You did you buy a ticket for Paris? I I I buy a ticket for the treatment. Where was the treatment? Exactly. See, this is what I mean. I want to know. I asked the flight people, where are we going? Where are we? And then they say the Paris. And then I say, is the treatment in the Paris? And then they say, if the treatment is in the Paris, that's where you're going. So I go where the treatment is. Yes. Miss Dally, do you understand what I'm asking you? Yes, I do, and I thank you for the asking. I this is why I wanted to come on the Kings in the mornings because you guys are so fair. I listen to the show all the time, and you're so fitting, and you guys are really smart, and you do the right things all the time, and I love the uplifting of the show and how smart you are and how serious you guys are all the time. And this is why I wanted to come on the show. Okay, Miss Dally, have you listened to Kings in the Morning? Yes, I listen to you all the time, and I get so much information from the show. And it's just the smart, the peoples, the black guy with the bald head, the other black guy. Um, whose teeth is not in his mouth. I listen all the time, and I love it. It's the black guy with the bodies in the truck, all of it. You know, you know, and so a lot of people. So you can tell when people are lying when you ask them a question and they avoid the question and go to something else.
Yeah.
Like Trump.
That's when you know they're not telling the truth. That's what Donald Trump is good at. Oh my God, he's
He's
good at.
amazing at that shit.
Trumpet. That's trumpet.
Okay, hey man, how you gonna get out of this, nigga? I'm a trumpet.
Don't turn that shit into a
You come home late one night, you've been out partying, having a good time with the fellas, probably got into something you ain't got no business getting into. Your wife, you come in at 4 o'clock in the morning. Where you been? Hey, baby, we need to talk. I'm just getting home. I know you just getting home. Where you been? Man, that's what I'm talking about. See, I'm just getting here, and the first thing you're gonna talk about where I've been. You're not checking on my safety or nothing, making sure I'm all right. I could have been in a car accident or something. But were you in a car accident? No. No, the car's good. Where you been? Exactly. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And, when Ruben and, and John and Greg, we all, we just, everybody, it, shit. That's all I'm talking about.
You always throw the version like, what's wrong? What happened to this food on the kitchen? Why is this food left out on the kitchen? I'm tired of food going
That
bad
nigga
and me spending
named
money.
5 niggas he was with and shit. They tried to give her 5 niggas. Oh, so you was with Greg? Or you was with Johnny and Greg? You gonna get out of that.
Technology has changed that. They got them trackers. My wife called me and said, "Why are you driving 85 miles an hour?" I go, "What the man? You ain't got nothing better to do but watch me. Watch TV. Don't watch me." Shit.
That's why you gotta get one of these AARP phones like me. They can't do shit with it.
25-year-old British woman who reported an alleged rape to authorities in Hong Kong is now facing the possibility of a prison sentence after being charged with blackmail and perverting the course of public justice. Isabel Rose from Hackney in East London went to Hong Kong police in early 2024 after meeting a man she had previously encountered while traveling in Asia. Following her complaint, the man, who cannot be identified for legal reasons, was arrested. However, prosecutors later brought charges against Rose instead. The man denied the allegations and faces no charges. Rose stood trial last year before a judge, and the verdict is expected on March 3rd, 2026. If convicted, she could face several years in prison. During court proceedings, the prosecution alleged that Rose demanded £5,000, which is $6,700, from the man, and later increased the demand to £100,000, which is more than $135,000. Prosecutors argued this constituted blackmail and amounted to perverting the course of public justice. Rose has denied the accusations. She told the court she was raped and that any discussion of money stemmed from compensation initially offered by the man following the alleged sexual assault. After the man was arrested and questioned by police, Rose herself was charged. Throughout the legal process, she has remained on bail and has been unable to work or leave Hong Kong. Hong Kong police say they were unable to provide further comment on the case, according to the BBC report. The British consulate to Hong Kong, part of the UK government's overseas diplomatic network, said it does not comment on individual cases but provides consular assistance to British nationals abroad. Hong Kong operates under the one country, two systems framework agreed between the United Kingdom and China ahead of the territory's 1997 handover. While it's part of China, Hong Kong maintains its own common law based legal system, separate courts, and prosecutorial procedures. The case has drawn attention to legal processes in Hong Kong and the challenges faced by foreign nationals navigating the territory's judicial system. My constituent has been through a living hell. She reported a serious sexual assault in the trust that the authorities in Hong Kong would support her and has been let down by lack of proper investigation, said Dame Meg Haler, Hackney South and Shoreditch MP. With the verdict imminent, Rose's future now rests with the court's ruling, which could determine whether she faces a custodial sentence or is cleared of charges. You guys want to see what she looked like?
Yes.
Shit. She in Hong Kong. All I can say is she done fucked up.
I'm gonna tell you, when you guys go to other countries and you're not familiar, no, she's not cute, Jana Marie. You don't see that wig and wear
That glue coming up on the side.
hey. And I'm gonna tell you what she blew it at. I'm gonna tell you what she blew it at. she started asking for too much money. Take what little money you gonna get. You went out there to throw that little pee around.
She thought OAJ was over there.
Huh?
She
No.
thought OAJ was over there, but she should have went to Thailand.
I don't like the Orinda venue. The stage is small.
You at Dre?
Huh?
Where you at this morning?
I am in Springfield, Illinois. Ain't that some shit? Last night, I spent the night in Beardstown, Illinois. Never heard of that shit before.
Now, a friend of mine, Dre, told me that a lot of you truck drivers, you got to find belly warmers in different cities. You got to
Belly
pay the price.
warmers?
Yeah, you got to pay for a little belly.
Hell no. I don't need no damn belly warmer.
Were you saying that Marie has a device in her heart?
Yeah, she has an LVAD.
So if you're doing it to her and something happened, you're gonna be responsible.
Nah.
Okay.
Not at all. She can stand it. We already tested it out.
Yeah, okay. Something happened.
Jay, what are you trying to tell you? He ain't doing that much, man. He be okay.
Shut up.
He over there testing it out, Jay.
I've tested it already.
That nigga over there hitting it slow and then fast, and you all right?
I hit that shit hard, and it fucked her up. It scared the shit out of me.
That's terrible.
It scared me, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I had to back up off of it for a minute.
Can you imagine you on top of it, you riding that thing, you putting your work in, and all of a sudden she going to a heart attack, you got to hit that heart?
No, the thing will start beeping. You have to be careful to hear that motherfucking beep going, and you be.
Oh man, I couldn't do it, man. I give her a kiss, let her have the car, and tell her go on by her way.
That's like you meet a girl. That's like you meet a woman. She all fine, everything. You guys get, and after a while, y'all get closer and closer. And one day, it's that time, and y'all kissing, y'all into it. And she say, "Hold up, let me take this leg off."
God damn. Wow. No, it's not that bad, Jay. It's not that bad.
It's bad, man. You got a lot of responsibility.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
You got a lot of responsibility. Why you put that kind of responsibility on yourself, though?
Not bad, bro.
It's a lot of responsibility, bro.
And I'm willing to take on that responsibility.
Oh my God, I see you out there on the road like Willie Nelson. I ain't mad at you.
Good thing you ain't got no beeper.
No who?
A pager.
Why?
Because you don't know if your pager going off or a device going off.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, no, I know if that motherfucker going off. We know. That motherfucker is way louder than a pager.
Oh, man.
First dates are vital to get right. After all, you only get one chance to make a good first impression. Unfortunately, a woman's date seemingly backfired after she apparently was taken to an Applebee's. A viral clip, which has amassed 2.1 million views, consists of TikToker at her own boss looking unimpressed as an Applebee's cookie dough pie is brought out to her. As she sits across the table from the person recording on-screen text messages, when you try not to come off as bougie, so you humbly let him pick the place for your first date, and he picks Applebee's. The TikToker didn't immediately respond to Mary Sue's request for a comment via TikTok. However, it soon became clear that Commentators didn't appreciate the TikToker's joke. He dodged a major bullet, one wrote. Good for him. Since when did it become embarrassing to eat at a normal restaurant? A second asked. My first date with my wife of 15 years was a cup of coffee in the afternoon, the third shared. We talked, laughed, and started falling in love. You're too focused on the wrong things. You're not dating to know someone, you're dating for social status. Similarly, a fourth snipped, people think they're so much better than what they are. And a fifth said, the comments are not what she expected, but I'm glad she's getting humbled. The official Applebee's TikTok account even weighed in, commenting, sounds like a man with taste. And a follow-up story time at her own boss revealed that the video was actually a skit. She explained that rather than being on a date, she had a business meeting, after which she and her friend decided to go to Applebee's. She remarked how commenters were really upset by her standards. That while she wasn't against Applebee's, she wouldn't personally go on a date there. With some commenters going crazy at her own boss, remarked how these commenters were perhaps reacting like this as a result of their own projection and trauma. But the TikToker, the most egregious part was the commenters calling her not a real Christian, to which she commented by saying the Bible doesn't settle for less. It is definitely not unheard of to go to Applebee's on a date, so much so that the restaurant is even building a promotion around it. In a recent viral TikTok on the official Applebee's account, the food chain invited users to shoot their shot in the comment section in order to win a free date night appetizer. So given the company is specifically marketing the date night promotions, it's arguably that the place is a pretty solid dating stop, even if not everyone agrees. Would you guys take somebody on a date to Applebee's, Dre? Would you take somebody on a date?
I love Applebee's. Why not?
But no, would you take somebody on a date to Applebee's?
No, yeah. If they like it, yeah, I'd take them if they don't mind. If they mind, then
no. I mean, would you? King, Professor Keone said, King, will you remind Dr. Dre that using a dildo as a replacement of his fluffy pee-pee doesn't count as hitting it hard?
Oh, fuck that nigga. He don't know what he's talking about. He trying to be funny. That shit's lame. Try again.
Ali, would you take somebody on a date to Applebee's?
Yeah, but I ain't eating nothing.
I knew it was gonna
They got
say
salad.
that.
They ain't got just animals.
They got a lot of salad.
I'm
They
good.
got salad bar in that motherfucker.
Official lot, would you take somebody to Applebee's on a
You
date?
talk about now, Jay, or when I was 18,
Now.
19 years old?
Now.
Probably, yeah.
What
Not
about
when
you,
I was a
Keith?
young man.
Would you take somebody to Applebee's on a date?
Yeah, I'll take them to Applebee's.
Yeah, I wouldn't take I'm not taking a motherfucker to Applebee's on a date, and I ain't going to Applebee's.
What you got against Applebee's?
I'm not eating that shit.
Applebee's is good, man.
That's why you fluffy.
I don't give a shit. The food is delicious. I like Applebee's. I don't give a damn.
I know what I'm gonna tell you what food gonna make. I'm gonna tell you what Applebee's food gonna make me do. It's gonna make me
shit.
And that's right. As soon as I eat it.
I don't know. I don't know if I've been to Applebee's. Applebee's is like what kind of restaurant? I don't think I've.
It's like a Fridays, a Chili's, or some shit like that.
Oh nah, man, the food is terrible, man. The
I
sign,
like it.
The sign is cool. That's why I just go look at the sign.
I've never taken anybody there, but I've gone there for lunch meetings and it has eaten. And
You already said you would go on a date to Applebee's.
I would. I didn't say I have, but I would. You goddamn right, I would. I like Applebee's.
I know. The food is delicious. And I said it. I think a lot of their food is already prepared and microwave. I don't like it, is what Daphne said.
Don't worry about it, Daphne. I ain't gonna take you to Applebee's.
Professor Keone said, King, Dr. Dre loves Applebee's so much he's shaped like their logo.
But I mean,
that was a good one. That was a good one. Fuck you, nigga.
Shit. If I pick a woman up and I bring sack lunches and she got a problem with it, then it's over with right then anyway.
Damn right. Exactly.
Shit.
I'm not taking. I don't want. I'm never going. I wouldn't. I would kick myself in the ass about the Applebee's.
I'm just saying, you know.
Okay, it's not your flavor, Jay.
Yeah, what's wrong with Applebee's, Jay? There's a lot worse.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's a lot of worse places.
Let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with Applebee's. Let me tell you right now. Is food at Applebee's healthy?
Real.
And safe.
Well, damn, Jay, everybody you type that there, it's gonna come back bad ratings.
Exactly.
No, it's not. No. See, whether you like meat or not, well, you don't like meat, but whether you eat meat or not, you want to eat the best of it. You don't want to eat meat that has steroids and such. Choosing healthy and safe meals at Applebee's depends heavily on your specific order and the individual location's adherence to health standards. While the menu is largely known for high-calorie, sodium-heavy dishes like ribs and burgers, dietitians identify several grilled and vegetable-based options that align with nutritional goals, but most people don't eat like Dr. Dre. Regarding safety, while the chain maintains corporate quality standards, individual franchises have occasionally failed health inspections due to issues like improper food temperatures and hygiene lapses. Sodium and calorie concerns. Many entrees exceed half the recommended daily limit for sodium. Highly processed items like quesadilla burgers, 1,620 calories, 40 grams of saturated fat, are frequently cited as choices to avoid. Healthier strategies, experts recommend focusing on grilled proteins and swapping fried sides for steamed broccoli or green beans. Requesting sauces and dressings on the side is another key tactic to control calories and sodium. Food quality, Applebee's and quality food. Let's see the quality now. Food. Nutrition concerns. Okay, dietary tools. No, many items are high in sodium, calories, and fat. Some quality concerns exist regarding the use of pre-cooked or microwave components. So some of the food is already pre-cooked and microwaved. Now here you go taking your girl on a date. You know her heart fucked up. Now she going to a cardiac.
Shut up, man. Cut that shit out.
So don't take her there. I'm helping you. Don't
Make
you take
sure you
her
get her a policy. Get her a policy.
No, don't. I'm just saying, don't be taking no use of sodium and shit. You killing people.
Even they vegetables and shit ain't even organic.
Snippy, Professor Kiona would like you to be kind enough to remind everyone what the Applebee's logo looks like.
He said, "Show yourself."
I told him it's an apple, a large red apple to be more precise.
Oh.
So here's a. Let me ask you guys a question. If you went to the hospital and your wife didn't want to come see you, she refused to visit you while you were in a hospital because it's inconvenient. When you got out of the hospital, would you still be married to her? Ali?
Hell no, I'll be getting divorced before I leave that motherfucker if she ain't came.
What about you? What about you, Chief?
I come see her, Jay, and handle the divorce papers personally.
No, you're in the hospital, and she doesn't want to come see you. When you got out the hospital, would you still be married to her?
Until I handle the divorce papers personally.
Oh, okay. What
I
about
want to
you?
make sure she get them.
What about you, Bernard?
Yeah, I mean that's absolutely not. I mean, I don't. I'd be very angry. I know that. I mean, we ain't gonna
What
be
about
married,
you?
but that's crazy.
What about you, Fish?
You said it was because of convenience?
Yeah.
Oh, hell.
Agreeing to the in sickness and in health part of marriage vows is easy enough when you're both healthy, but not enough people really consider the meaning behind those words when they say I do. One unfortunate woman on TikTok found out that her husband was going back on his vows after not showing up while she was in the hospital. Caitlyn is now reconsidering her entire relationship after her husband's shocking lack of concern for her while in the hospital. She warned others on TikTok, if you're considering getting married anytime soon, please make sure that you go through a period of sickness and illness with that person. Her warning was recorded from her hospital bed, where her husband is noticeably absent. She states that it's important to know how your partner is going to act when you're sick. Are they going to take care of you? Are they going to support you? Are they going to be mean to you? These are all very valid questions that need to be answered, preferably before you tie the knot. Unfortunately for Caitlyn, she was 4 years into her marriage when she fell ill. She reveals that she was septic and had to have emergency surgery to save her life. Despite all of this, her husband is nowhere to be found. He made no effort to visit her in the hospital, and when she did get the chance to speak with him, all he had to say was, at least you didn't die. And I had to call someone else. I had to call someone else to take me to the ER because it was inconvenient for him to take me. It's a heartbreaking realization that Caitlyn admits that the whole ordeal has left her feeling angry at her husband, who hasn't even bothered to text her or bring her children to see her. She also claims that her husband is out gallivanting, gallivanting with other women. Commenters expressed support for Caitlyn and strongly suggested she divorce her husband as soon as she was discharged from the hospital. Making a judgment from this video alone, I have to agree. Others shared their own stories, which sadly mirror Caitlyn's own experience. I had to get my IUD surgically removed, one person added. My husband dropped me off at the front door of the hospital and told me to call him when I was done. Unfortunately, uncaring husbands is pretty common, especially when it comes to illness. Oncology offices warn women when they are diagnosed that a man that they're in a relationship with or married to will likely leave them. Caitlyn was already navigating a tough situation, and almost dying and still having no support from her partner has only made things worse. She had since set up a GoFundMe to help protect her children and secure her legal support. Wow. Do you guys want to see what Caitlyn looks like?
What she look like, Jay? Yeah, what she look like, Jay?
She ain't bad looking, boy. I'd have been there.
I can't see. Make it big. Somebody make it big.
I'd have been there, boy. I'd have been there hitting as soon as you get out.
I didn't see. What she look like?
She ain't bad looking.
Is Snitchy on the show?
Yeah, she ain't bad
He's on the
looking,
big
girl.
screen, cousin. It's right there in front
Snitchy,
of you.
make it
You
big.
probably have a
Shit.
delay.
Yeah, she married one of them weirdos. That's why. That's what them girls be doing. They be getting them weirdos.
What you said you be doing? Doing Ali?
A bachelor degree. Nigga left your ass in you got a bachelor degree and he left your ass in the hospital.
Fred, if you don't like what we doing on this show, take your ass, leave the show. I don't know what's so sissified thing with you at.
What did he say?
Sissified.
Just stop. Just stop. We don't want to see Caitlin what she looks like.
Come on,
Ali,
man. What's the matter
Ali
with
said,
Fred?
Ali said they be hitting that. You be hitting that, Ali?
Soon as she get out.
This you, Ali.
Soon as she get out. Hitting. Bang, 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 bang.
And now she back in the hospital because the doctor said he done told a lying about her. So, Mr. Ali, why didn't you let her recover?
She did. She told me she was good. Said she wanted me to hit it. She feel better.
Damn.
Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, see, remember the earthquake in 1989? Yeah.
It's Friday.
October 17th.
Mary J. Blige is opening up about the financial hardship she faced after her divorce, revealing that paying $30,000 a month in alimony to her ex-husband left her struggling to cover her own rent. The Grammy-winning singer filed for divorce from Candu Isaacs in July of 2016 after 13 years of marriage. Despite alleging that Isaacs cheated on her and misappropriated money during their relationship, Mary J. Blige was ordered to pay him temporary spousal support. Isaacs' initial request was $129,319 per month to maintain the lifestyle he claimed they shared, but the courts reduced that amount to $30,000 per month. Mary J. Blige has since shared that the payments took a significant toll on her finances. In addition to the $30,000 monthly temporary spousal support, Isaacs received an additional payment totaling $200,000, including a $135,000 payment in attorney fees. Speaking in a conversation with Angie Martinez, Mary J. Blige recalled the immediate impact of the divorce settlement. She said that when the divorce was finalized, she had already exhausted much of her money because, according to her, Isaacs had spent it during their marriage. As a result, she had to return to touring to generate income to meet her alimony obligations. When I first got the divorce, I had to give up all this alimony, and I had no more money to give because he had spent it all, she said. So I had to go on tour, make all the money back to pay the alimony, and I didn't have money to pay my rent and all the other stuff. Also, I didn't have my soul. I was just drained and everything. Court documents from the divorce proceedings revealed the financial strain she described. Mary J. Blige argued that their prenuptial agreement should have negated spousal support and maintained that her success as an entertainer predated her marriage. My success as an entertainer has nothing to do with Isaacs, she stated in court filings. I was successful when I met him and have continued to enjoy success, although there have been certainly ups and downs. She also discussed that the couple had accumulated significant debt. According to her court documents, they owed millions of dollars in taxes and had advances that needed to be recouped by record companies. Blige further stated that she earned no income from the European leg of a recent tour, deepening her financial challenges at the time. In the filings, Mary J. Blige alleged that Isaacs misappropriated approximately $420,000 over 2 years during their marriage, including charges she described as travel expenses for his girlfriend. So,
Damn.
Fucked up.
That's messed up, but a lot of times that's what the men are saying.
If it was the other way around, it would be fine. If it was a woman, women do it to men. So why can't it be done like that? So, it is what it is. The law is the law.
No, it sounds like she just had a fucked up prenup.
Yeah, she did. If she had a prenup and he's still getting paid, then unless she made more money after after they got married.
What happens is this, and this is, and I think this is why I never got married again. Because once you get married, you can even, the whole thing starts to get convoluted, especially if your husband or your wife is engaging in your business. You know what I mean? Because they can easily, so once they start engaging in your business, I'm gonna show you guys. You guys want to see what Alaska look like? Once they start engaging in your business, they can lay claim.
Said he's a biatch.
You guys want to see what Alaska look like?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Shit, looks like downtown Sacramento.
Oh, there we go. I know that's funny.
Downtown Sacramento.
It's -2 degrees now.
Huh?
I said, I think his temperature, his weather is -2 right now.
Shit.
His high for the day there in Anchorage is 3 degrees. It'll be -13 overnight.
Which you auditioning to be a newscaster in Alaska?
A meteorologist. Shit.
You guys see? I'm trying to see all that. I'm trying to snow on top of the.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You should have went there in the summer, Jay.
Kind of like New Jersey right about now.
-3. My heart goes out to the prostitutes.
God damn.
Do they got snowshoes or they like skiing around?
I don't know.
Daphne said, I don't like it even when a woman does it and get it. She's having bad.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if a woman if a woman has helped you,
helped them build, yeah, exactly. That part is cool.
But I think it got to be something that you work out. When you start letting other people get in your business like that. So Fred's still with us. He said, look like Reno, Nevada. Hey, Cal Williams, thank you so much. Cal Williams said, welcome home.
You're right, Jay. Marriages can get messy when you divorce, man. I remember my first marriage. My ex-wife held up my retirement for like 6 years, dude, just to be. Yeah,
shit, it can get messy when you ain't married. Shit, I gave Rio a fucking house.
So,
in the end, she realized that she was gonna pay me more money than she was getting. Then she wanted to just do what we said at first.
Me and Venus, we got a divorce right at the height of my career when everything was happening, and we met with the and she had her divorce attorney. She was not a nice lady. She was nasty. Me and Venus were cool. My son was with me all the time and everything, and this lady was just she was just a bitch, and we met. We had the meeting with her, and she was being nasty. And I called Venus. I said, "I'll burn everything down before I let a bitch talk to me like that. I don't like her." And Venus got rid of her, and me and Venus worked it out ourselves.
Good for you. That's good when you can work it out.
Good morning, Alvin Harrison. Yep, you got to be able to work it out, And me and to this day, me and Venus are good. She's a wonderful lady, beautiful, and Venus got prettier as she got older.
I wasn't married to Rio, but I gave her ass a house.
Well, we know you like to give shit to people.
Hey, man.
So you wasn't married to her, Dre, and you bought her a house as a party?
We had a house, and I gave her the house. I left her the house. We did a lot of shit together. I had a badass crib too in Porter Ranch. Left that motherfucker to her. Told her to have it.
That nigga, well, he put it like that. Really, what he said was, "You got to take this payment."
Very good, Jay. Very good. That's exactly what the fuck it was. Take that goddamn payment.
But he guises it as he was being good to her.
But I did. I could have took it and kicked the ass out, but I ain't want to.
No, because you couldn't. You don't want the payment.
I got something else right up the street.
Okay.
I'm kind of. I want to know why Mary J. Blige. I want to know why our old man had to have a girlfriend. Or sometimes,
maybe she's not a nice person.
Sometimes, I mean,
I don't give a damn whether she's a nice person or not. Nigga, you married to her.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Hey, I gotta go get a load, y'all. I'll holler.
All right.
You got to drop a load.
You say you gotta get a load.
I gotta go get a load.
Like, nigga,
then I'm gonna drop a load.
That nigga got a little them portable toilets in the back of that van.
Ain't shit back there.
Nigga gonna take his shit.
Nothing. Well, you know they got those portable toilets. I should get one of them motherfuckers.
You need to get one of them motherfuckers, nigga.
Yeah, so you won't be
get a
getting
bucket. Jay gonna get a bucket and a garbage bag and a toilet seat.
That's what they are. That's what they are. A bucket, a toilet seat with a liner, with a bag, so that shit can go in there. Yeah.
Go to Home Depot and get an orange bucket, bro, and get a couple trash bags, and get you a little toilet seat. 16. Make your own.
You ain't lying, because it's pretty much the same shit. You're absolutely right.
Then what you gonna do when you got the runs and you got all that boo-boo juice in your booty?
You put it in the damn bucket, in the bag.
No, the boo-boo juice that's in your booty, nigga. You had the runs. You got boo-boo juice in your booty. How you gonna wipe it? Because you ain't said nothing about the toilet paper. You ain't said nothing about
those. Oh, that's an automatic. Toilet paper's automatic. Shit. And wipes.
He gonna drive to the nearest car wash.
You got the boo-boo juice, nigga. You need a face rag, nigga.
Say the nearest car wash. One of the ones with the spray that ass down. I gotta go, y'all. Be easy. Have a great weekend, y'all.
All right, Jay.
All right now.
Shit easy.
I like that one, Ali. Shit easy.
See the difference between driving and Bernard's driving. Bernard is doing local runs. Dre is doing those runs that turn you into a ballpark Frank.
Yeah, it do.
See, Bernard do runs where he got Starbucks and good hotels and truck stops along the way, and Dre do runs where it's Taco Bell and Taco Del A and all that shit gonna make him shit along the way.
No, I don't eat all that shit. I bring my own. I bring some nuts, some fruits, you know.
Yeah, Bernard, Bernard, you very seldom are overnight, right? Your runs are. I said you're very seldom overnight, right?
Wait a minute.
Bernard don't do no overnight. That ain't local.
Yeah.
Dre going all over the world. You know he got diarrhea.
He gonna get tired. He gonna get tired of eating that shit.
Yeah. So Bernard, Bernard, how often do you do an overseas run? I mean, overnight run. How often are you overnight?
Oh, I don't do that.
Exactly.
I don't do that at all.
Well, I didn't think so. That's what I'm saying. So he does a totally different thing where the boy Dre, he overnight and getting fluffy by the minute. He getting fluffier by the minute.
Mm-hmm. Well, you gotta understand.
In a little while, this is gonna be Dre.
It's already Dre.
You gotta understand, Jay. Jay gotta make that car. Jay gotta make that car payment. Middlebrook ain't got no car payment.
Yeah, Yeah, he gonna get tired of that over the road. They're gonna find when he gonna figure it out. They're gonna figure out that he can make just as much money local. They ain't gonna tell him that because they want him out there.
Well, you can't tell Dre nothing. He know everything. Just like when that girl she leave him and he got to make that car payment. And that's when he say, Jay, I wish I'd have listened to you. One thing I will say though is Dre, he will do some shit wrong and then say, man, I should have listened to you.
Gonna call you, Jay.
Yeah.
Jay should take the car. No.
I'll be like, well, you know.
Nigga, I told your ass. You told me, Jay. You told me.
Okay, so Jeff, let me see. Jeff said he had a comment about his brother Mike. I don't see it. Okay. You guys aren't probably even gonna believe this, but I'll tell you. My brother Mike, who lives in Palm Springs, after he takes a crap, he goes into the backyard and he has a hose connected to the pool filter and he turns the valve and cleans his ass with the swimming pool pump. It's stranger than fiction.
I'm never going to nobody else's pool again.
Francis said, didn't Dre purchase the new home, the new woman he's not with it anymore, a car? He definitely gave his ex-wife the home. Well, no, the lady he's with now, who's with him for the car, he's still with her. So he's still with him, but he's still paying for it.
That story you read gonna have me asking niggas with pools, man. You don't be on the side washing your ass out with the pool water, then you niggas. Before I jump in. You ain't got no ass. You got one of them ass pools.
Ass pool. Doom. Ass pool. Doom.
Man. You want to go swimming? No, I'm good, man. I'm just gonna get a tan. Shit.
I remember during Katrina, we was in Mississippi, and we had no water in our hotel. We had to get water from the pool to flush the toilet, and we had to drive like 60 miles to a relative house to take a shower.
Damn.
We think Dre driving the trucks. He working the truck stops.
We're gonna see Dre on one of those specials, one of them Dateline specials. What's his name? Chris Handsome?
that was Bunky who said that.
They digging up in him, huh?
You know they're doing them specials. They be doing like the truck drivers and the rest stops and stuff.
Keep traveling all over the world.
Former NBA player Stephon Marbury had an affair with his personal chef late in his NBA journey that he tried to conceal by giving hush money that ran to nearly $1 million. The details of the affairs were included in court papers. It all happened in the mid-2000s while he was playing for the New York Knicks and involved chef Tharia Mitchell, whom Marbury hired in January of 2006. While Mitchell performed the duties she was also hired to do, including cooking for the NBA star's wife, Latasha, and their 3 children, she found herself in a sexual relationship with the Coney Island native. Their sexual encounters happened a number of times before Marbury fired her. She complained that she was a victim of sexual harassment, made to believe that making her employer happy in bed was part of the requirement to keep her job as a chef. Marbury, for his part, asserted that what happened between him and Mitchell was consensual, but offered her $900,000 to keep her mouth shut. The former Georgia Tech star, however, stopped making payments in January of 2010 after he had paid about $600,000. It forced Mitchell to request that the case be referred to an arbitrator. During the arbitration proceedings, Marbury testified that the money he gave Mitchell was to keep her silent on what happened so as to spare him and his family from embarrassment if the issue came out public. The arbitrator eventually awarded $330,000 to Mitchell, ruling that Marbury knew what he was doing when he made the deal. The issue with Mitchell came around the same time that the Knicks were embroiled in their own sexual harassment problems involving the Madison Square Garden company and the team's then general manager, Isaiah Thomas. The lawsuit was lodged by a former team executive, Anucha Brown Sanders, who alleged that Thomas made unwanted sexual advances and created an hostile environment, which worsened after she started complaining. Marbury was asked to testify on the allegations, which unwittingly exposed an affair he had with Sanders' intern. He looked back at it in an interview with the New York Times in 2020, admitting to what he did. I did something that men did and paid for it. It's something that happened. The lawsuit wasn't about me. I got dragged into it to make the case. The lawsuit was filed against Isaiah Thomas. Despite the extramarital affairs he had, Marbury and his wife remained married until they divorced in 2023. He is now with Chinese singer Wang Yuling, whom he married in April of last year. After 5 years in New York, Marbury played briefly for the Boston Celtics in 2008-2009 before taking his talents to play in the Chinese Basketball Association. In China, he experienced great success in his nearly 10-year run in the league, winning 3 titles and a number of individual accolades. In 2019, he became the coach of the Beijing Royal Fighters, holding the post until 2023. Marbury is regularly seen during Knicks games this season, among the legends, lending support to the team and its invigorated push in the league. So, yeah, Isaiah Thomas didn't write a check for $12 million, Janet Marie. The New York Knicks did. Uh-huh. Just because he and I have a difference doesn't mean he's not a good man. Stephen A. Smith praises LeBron despite their rift.
He just don't want to get socked up.
Why would he get socked up? Because he has an opinion.
Nah, he was talking about that boy's son. And Brian went up in that nigga face and he didn't want to get socked up. So now he apologizing.
No, he didn't apologize. He didn't apologize for that. He said clearly, I'm judging him based on his skills in basketball. He is not a skilled basketball player. He's not. Bianca, not at the pro level. Bianca Censeri was unhappy in marriage to Kanye West before his recovery. She tried to get out. Paul Pierce speaks on being let go from ESPN. I got fired for having a good time. Master P says he turned down $10 million Super Bowl commercial to avoid rapping and everything. Rich Paul could sell Clutch Sports to help finance LeBron James becoming the owner of the Las Vegas expansion team. Legendary blonde Morgan Fairchild, 76, recalls losing jobs because she wouldn't sleep with people. Squatter posed as financial advisor in $2.3 million mansion, but lived off food stamps and sent her daughter to work instead of school. Which one do you all want me to read?
Read the last one.
He ain't one of them.
A Maryland squatter posed online as a financial advisor, but was actually living off food stamps and sending her 16-year-old daughter out to work instead of school while hiding out in a $2.3 million mansion, according to a report. Tamika Good, who's 40 years old, recently returned to the ritzy 7,500 square foot home in the suburb of Washington, D.C., presented herself as a bankruptcy expert, flogging $800 courses online and sharing social media posts of her Porsche. In reality, however, She was a squatter, living on a total monthly income of $946, which included $538 in child support and $408 in food stamps, according to bankruptcy records obtained by the Daily Mail. She is a shyster. She built this presence online, showing off the house, teaching people how to do bankruptcy stuff, and charging $800 to do your bankruptcy paperwork. And she herself doesn't know how she is doing. The courts are trying to hold her in contempt. 19-year-old neighbor Ian Chen told the Mail. Chen, a pre-law student at William and Mary College in Williamsburg, Virginia, became suspicious after Good moved into the next-door mansion in leafy Bethesda, Maryland, when the previous owners faced foreclosure and the bank took possession of the home in the summer of 2025. He uncovered paperwork alleging that, far from a self-made success, Good was actually a bankrupt layabout who sent her school-aged daughter to work in a nearby Paris Baguette bakery. Her parents did not work, Chen said of Good's daughter. She wasn't going to school. She seemed to be working and was the only source of income for that family. Chen, who set up cameras to film Good living high on the hog in the mansion, claimed that multiple neighbors reported the situation to Child Protective Services, but no action was taken. What followed was months of intimidation from Good, including a brazen lawsuit against Chen, accusing him of stalking and trespassing, which was quickly thrown out by a judge in the District Court of Maryland. Good's jailbird husband, Corey Pollard, briefly lived with her in the mansion, Chen told the Daily Mail. He was rearrested in early December for allegedly stealing vehicles from Pennsylvania dealership, but was later released before being arrested again on January 23rd, according to court documents. Pollard is in Lancaster County Jail on $500,000 bond ahead of his next court date on Friday, records show. Good was finally convicted of breaking and entering and trespassing in late January and was sentenced to 90 days at the Montgomery County Detention Center. But the shameless grifter was out just 2 weeks later and moved straight back into the mansion on February 2nd. Chen called police on February 10th when he saw Good outside the house moving items into a U-Haul truck, and she was rearrested. Good appeared at a bond hearing in Montgomery District Court via Zoom on February 13th. Her tan prison suit, a far cry from the designer outfits she flaunted online. She was freed on $5,000 bond ahead of her next scheduled court hearing on March 30th. The Bethesda home has had its doors and windows boarded up and its locks changed to keep Good and other would-be fraudsters out, Chen hoped. She was entitled to this property. They really tried to hide and just fly under the radar and not think they were going to get caught, he said. You guys want to see what she looked like?
See what she looked like. I don't know. She crazy. She looked like them glasses. The way them glasses sit on her eyes, you can tell. Oh, wait a minute now. Hold on now. I might.
That's the master.
She probably was doing too much in the house.
I'm gonna tell you right now. So you do that, and she's gonna be stealing from you.
For that guy just.
Yeah.
Morning to you.
The conductor's here. He's here.
Should be squatting.
How you doing, Mr. Conductor?
Hey Jay, how you doing, brother?
I'm fine. How are you?
Man, I'm good. I'm blessed, man. Well, I'm telling you, I'm down here at the White House, man, and of course, they got the park closed because they are now redoing it for the 250th anniversary of America. But Tuesday, man, I got arrested for panhandling.
Got arrested for what?
Panhandling. The guy came up. and told me I only have a problem with one park police officer, and he came up and told me, "You panhandling, you got to go. Give me your ID." I said, "I ain't giving you nothing." And he took me to jail, man, and confiscated my shit. Took
Now,
my
what do you?
took my took my son, took my music, So what I did was I just got me another little small bucket with my sign, got my little boom box that I had. I said, "You ain't gonna stop nothing. I'm coming back out here. I ain't going nowhere. I'm coming right back out here."
Now, why did they send you panhandling?
Well, see, about 2 years ago, he came up and tried to tell me some shit, and I said, and he was wrong. And I said, "Apologize," and he did. And ever since I made him apologize, he been itching to try
For
to
stress.
to to find something to get back at me with, you know. But that's how they do you, man. You black in America, they treat you any kind of way.
Oh yeah. Well, Donald Trump said they can.
Yeah, that's just the way it is, man. They're violate and see and Jay, this is the problem with most poor people is their rights can get violated, but they ain't got no money to fight it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they have to take that abuse. That's what they. So what I did, I said, okay. So, and this is see, I'm a black history. I do Black History of DC, but
I
there's no
know.
demand for it. So I took my tours down, and I said, man, I'm just gonna sit out here with my sign. Stop hating each other because you disagree, because it's a universal message. It'll fit anywhere. And I, play national anthems of other countries and uplifting music, and that's how I keep my head above water.
Right.
Okay, but he think that okay, I'm gonna take your speaker and your sign, and I gotta wait till the 19th. My court date is the 19th of March before I can get my shit back.
Wow. Hey, Celeste. Thank you for welcoming. I'm in Anchorage, Alaska, right now. Truth
Really?
conductor. Yes. Tonight, Club Nouveau is performing, but tomorrow I'm speaking to the Alaska Black Caucus. Celeste Hodge Groden is the president of the Alaska Black Caucus, and she's on with us. And Jana Marie said, "Aren't you a Republican conductor?"
Yes. Well, I switched over to I started out as a Democrat. As a matter of fact, I ran for mayor against Marion Barry as a Democrat in
Hmm.
'94. But when I started doing my Black History tours, I found out that, just how instrumental the Republican Party was in our freedom.
Yeah, but that was the Republican Party of a different era and of a different thought
It
process.
was, but if somebody got to get in there and take that shit over.
No,
See,
no, no,
we can
no.
sit
Truth
on the
conductor.
outside all we want, but if we never get on the inside, we'll never take it over.
No, no. Truth conductor. Sir, if you go back and you go through the history, you'll find out that the Republican Party of yesteryear is the Democratic Party of today. The same ideologies existed in the Republican Party. Um, it really changed with FDR.
Right.
Franklin D. Roosevelt changed the trajectory of Republicans and Democrats. But um, it doesn't matter it doesn't matter which party. The racism, bigotry, prejudice, bias, and supremacy of America lives in both parties, in my opinion.
And you're right, man. You're absolutely 100% right. And see, Jay, this is what I learned, man. This is what I've learned. See, a lot of black people don't want to register to vote.
We have
Okay,
to.
and when you don't register to vote, you can't be called for jury selection. See, the one thing that we do not participate in is jury trials,
But
and
we
as
don't
a
no,
result,
no, we don't participate. Listen, if we voted, the whole thing would change because if we voted, we change every election in every city in every state in this union because we have numbers and we're not part of around the country. Our voting is somewhere between 13 and 25% of registered voters to actually vote. So if we really voted at a real number, the judges, we would pick who the judges are. We would pick who the local legislators are. We would pick who the city council members are. We would pick who our mayors and governors are. We would pick who our county board of supervisors and school board members are. We have to vote. That's the power of us,
Right. But we
and we
don't,
don't
man.
and we
We
don't
don't.
exercise the power
We
that
don't.
we.
And we'll sit back and bitch and moan and groan and do all that other stuff and
Um,
complain,
so
but we don't want to get involved.
Jana Marie said, "Don't you love Donald Trump? You told me you love Donald Trump. I don't forget shit."
No, see, it ain't about Trump. This ain't. I don't go for foolishness. Period. I
So
don't
you
go for
don't.
foolishness.
So you don't think it's about Trump? You don't think. So you don't think Trump. So you don't
Trump,
think it's
man,
anything better?
Jay. Trump is the symptom, man. He's not. He's a matter of fact. I think Trump is the one that's gonna tear down white America.
But do you? So you agree with the stuff that Trump is doing?
Oh no. There's good and bad. Now he done some good stuff, and he
Tell
done
me
some
something.
really
Tell me
screwed
something
up
good.
stuff.
Tell me something good Donald Trump did.
Look at the thing that they did uh, the convicts. I'm trying to think of the name of the legal name
So
of.
yeah. So what he did to because he let a few people out of he pardoned a few people that were convicted of drugs. That's something good to you. That's one of the good things he did to you.
Yeah,
The fact
absolutely. I mean,
so so him so
it's
him so
no
him
he
so him pardoning the
no he
president
passed
of
he passed he passed it. He actually either by executive order or something he passed a provision that would help people. And I got to do some
tell
research
me
on
something
that,
else.
man.
Tell me something else good he did.
Um, like I said, there's good and there's bad, and
Tell me
and
something else. I want to know something else he did that was good.
Jay, I really, with all of the shit that's going on in my head, I'd have to sit down because I'm on you. You done put me on
I'm
the
gonna tell
spot
you
with
something.
that.
I'm gonna tell you something. I
Yes,
can
sir.
tell you. I can tell you I can tell you a lot of bad things he did, and you can put.
And I can do the same.
So
I
I'm
can do the
saying so.
same.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, so
And
I so
I'm
I
not.
don't know.
No,
There's
listen to me
nothing
now.
good about
Hold
Donald
on.
Trump has been the most dangerous president we've had in modern America. I'm sorry, and that's why police can come and arrest you for panhandling because Donald Trump has made the space for you to be minimized as he has for anybody of color uh, and anybody who is not a white male. He's made it easy to attack you, to disrupt you, and you better be careful out there because they're dangerous now because they can kill you, and there's nothing you can do, and there's nothing that's going to happen to anybody when they can kill a white woman and get away with it. You don't stand a chance.
Now that's true. I agree with you.
So I would be careful if I were you out there.
Listen, Jay, I've been in this town 51 goddamn years. Okay? I've been here 51 years, brother. And see, my philosophy is simple. It ain't who you know, it's who knows you. And one thing I can say in Washington, D.C., I'm known. Okay? I am known. Now you might not like me, but I am known.
Well, I'm going to say this to you, sir. The rules of engagement are different out there. Donald Trump has made it clear that the value system ain't the same. And 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 as a truth conductor, you should know that what you believe, what you think, and all the power you believe you have it has been mitigated by white supremacy, racism, bigotry, and prejudice, which is the foundation of America. Her foundation has been swept and cleaned up, so now it's prominent, and she will prove to you that Donald Trump, there's nothing good,
But Jay, let me ask you a question.
nothing good about
When
Donald.
when have we not dealt with racism in
Well,
America?
well, from the highest office, the way we've dealing with it today, not since uh, Andrew Johnson after the assassination of um, Abraham Lincoln. Not since him. So, is no president has been as blatant as upfront as Donald Trump. Donald Trump killed the DBE program. DBE program is Disadvantaged Business Enterprises. It's a federal program that the federal government admitted to to making it difficult for black, brown, and marginalized communities to get government contracts. So they put a goal of 21.4% to DBEs, Disadvantaged Business Enterprises, so that they could compete and get contracts and wouldn't be pushed out of federal contracts that were worth billions, even trillions of dollars. But Donald Trump killed that program last year when he became president. The reason why I know is because I sit on the DBE program leadership for Caltrans. It no longer exists. Anything dealing with um, anything dealing with um, people of color and marginalized people in the federal government, any program, any RFP that was awarded, they were all rescinded and taken away. Donald Trump said the civil rights uh, bill hurt white men more than it hurt anybody, that it marginalized white men. So for you to find anything good about Donald Trump is
Well,
kind of
let me say something, Jay. Let me. This is my viewpoint, man. All of this stuff that they're doing to hurt us, in the end, is going to end up backfiring and hurting
okay.
them. See, there's
That,
going to be a day that they going to need that
yeah,
DEI.
no,
Okay,
no.
they going to
Listen,
need all
but
of these
but the
all of
point,
these
but,
pro.
no, but don't deflect the point,
No, I'm
Mister.
not deflecting. I'm not
The point
deflecting.
is that
I'm not deflecting.
Donald Trump is the purveyor of this. The things that I'm talking about, he did with executive orders because the president, when he uses an executive order, has a wide swath when it comes to power, and he has proven to people of color, to black folk, to people that loved him like you, that he
I
don't give
know.
a damn.
Now, hold on a second now. Hold on a second. Hold on a
So
second.
Janet, so
You've
Jana
never
Marie,
seen me. You've never seen me walk around with no "Make America Great Again" hat on.
no,
You will
no,
never
but
see me walk.
so Jana
I am a
Marie,
member of the Republican Party,
right?
but I
So
don't
Jana,
agree with the shit that's going on.
well, so
Okay?
Jana Marie said you told her you loved him, and she don't forget shit.
Oh no,
So
she's a liar. She's a liar. And I can tell you to the face. And if she come, and I'm telling you, she fucking lying. You can't pull up nowhere I've ever said that. Yeah, and all of my go through any of my social media, you don't never see me. You don't
uh,
ever see. Matter of fact, most people don't even know that I even belong to the Republican Party. They say
yeah,
I'm a Democrat.
That policeman that arrested you don't know that.
Oh well, when I finish with his ass, he'll know.
He might have gave you a break.
Huh? No, when I finish with him, nah, he's the only cop I've ever out of all of the park police officers that come here to the White House in Lafayette Park. He's the only one that I've ever had a problem with because I checked him. He's the only
Oh,
one,
okay.
okay? Because I checked him. You know, and I done fought corruption in the police department in DC, and some cops went to jail. Okay, so I'm not a rookie at this. I'm gonna put some pressure on his ass, man. I'm putting some pressure on it, and I'm just waiting for my court date. Cause it ain't no guarantee that they're gonna even try this. And I ain't going in there looking like no bum either.
No, they'll try to
Brother,
sell it. They
brother
don't.
conductor, this is Mr. Fred talking.
Huh?
Don't call, I love Janet. You don't call her a liar here on my program, okay?
She's a liar. She is a liar.
Hey. How you doing, this Mr. Fred? Remember,
Hey,
we got a report. How
oh
you
yeah,
doing, dog?
yeah.
Cool it
Hey,
down.
man,
Cool
hey,
it
you at
down
home,
now.
man? You at home now, man?
Yeah, I'm home. Thank
Oh,
God. Thank
okay,
you.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you doing? How they giving you hell, huh?
Man, but that's the way things are, man. You
Right.
and again, if you don't have, and this is in my 73 years, this is what I've learned, that if you don't have money to go to court and fight them, oh man, this dude, man, this asshole. Look, asshole. An asshole. A real asshole. He's a real asshole. You know, a real asshole. You know, a real asshole. But that's what you got to deal with. Man, listen, see, that's another one. I'm gonna get in his ass. I'll be back, man. I'm gonna go get in his ass. I'll be back.
Stay on
You
the
got
keep your camera
you got
eye.
you got an ongoing case. You leave that alone.
Nah, brother, you got somebody got to fight. Somebody got to fight.
You leave them people alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You can't win.
Show is over, but don't you cry. We're coming back, no need to say goodbye. 2 fun hours just flew by. Tomorrow's near, now dry your dumb ass eyes. Stick around for the third hour of power. It's worse than this, and they will devour. James in the morning. James in the morning.
Jay got knee problem. Jay got knee problem. Jay got knee problem.
Hey, that Kings in the morning go, huh? That bass. I like that shit.
Hey, who made that again? Was that E-Mac?
Yes, it
Oh yeah,
was.
that shit go.
That was dope. Give him a round of applause, man. That was dope. Peace.
Where he at? Oh, did he get off of that? Did the conductor leave?
Conductor had to conduct some business, some
You better
fisticuffs.
leave them people. You better leave them people alone. You better leave them people alone. Shit.
I appreciate
Well,
all
you know,
y'all.
he said he been there for 50 years, but if he keep doing that shit, he gonna be there eternally. He
they
gonna
got
be there
home.
eternally.
They got home field advantage. They could ban him. You know what I mean? Trespassing. You can't. They gonna always ride with their own. You need to leave them people alone. You know what I mean? That guy's definition of panhandling may be different than his. They need to talk about it.
Right. King's official, I said that we're going to have to search the archives, conductor. And you calling Sister Janet a liar is effed up.
Yeah, she, oh, he could have said she misspoke or something, but
right.
And, yeah, he said, no, he ain't never said he loved, because he another one. He a Republican, but he hate that they went that route. It's hard for him to admit it. I don't know if these people that went
I was
on
just
break
going and admit it.
lunch.
Because there's no getting around it.
Nah. Yeah, we in a hell of a bind here. Racism. Did you see that Chief, you see that guy try to snatch the sign from what's his name? The one who's
Yeah.
holding up the yeah, he tried to the boy
Yeah.
had the audacity to try to take his
Centaur
sign.
Green. He snatched it back like hell no.
Man, see, they had to kick me all out of there by then. Now you touching something that belonged to me. You know what I mean? But see, my wife tell me that all the time. She says she don't know how old I'm gonna be before I make some better choices. And with that day, it would have been one of them bad choices. You snatch something out my hand.
Yeah.
Congress, yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, that was a little bit arrogant.
King Shambles would like one of you kings that asked the conductor about the damn monkey video.
The monkey video.
With
yeah, but he not going. I mean, he don't agree with that kind of, you know what I mean. But he gonna believe that it was a staffer. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna believe that. You know, there's a lot of people that think that Trump is not the one who puts all of that stuff on X, but it is. How you gonna let somebody else put post on your? I don't believe. I believe it's him. Yeah. So he gets to blame them if he don't like. If it's something that goes over well, he sure claims it.
Takes the credit. Yeah, take the credit.
He takes the credit, but if it goes over bad, so you have to go both ways. You know. Yeah.
Case official, I said it's a cult. They've gone too far to admit it. It's so bamboozled that their whole life depend on staying in it.
You know, I mean, I like to, like I say, I like to look at people. You pay attention to, like, I was watching faces, and those people clearly know that he's full of shit. They stand up, clap, you know, in their body, you know. It's just nobody cares. A lot of those people don't care for what he's saying. I mean, the judges. I wish the judges could just speak out with how they really feel, man. They just had sour all over their face. His wife, look at his wife. His wife, you know how his wife don't look at him like wives look at husbands.
No.
I wish my wife would look at me like that. Then I'll come off of that stage. We got an issue. Shit, that's crazy. Yeah, you can tell. Yeah. Then I seen a bunch of them pictures they showed of her, boy. She
You mean in the Oval Office in the first?
No, the pictures when she was on the plane, Epstein plane, she'd be half naked.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a mess. Mm-hmm.
Free spirit.
Well, I mean, she got where she wanted to get. I mean, some people, you know, you can sell your soul, but you can't. You have to deal with your conscience.
Right.
So you can do whatever you want, but you still have to know that what you had. Well, she got her parents here, and I guess she figured she living a good life. She made a good life for her son, so I guess their son anyway. But I guess that's accomplished. You know, I don't know. She come from a whole different, you know, her country, so she may look at all of that as success.
You see all them pictures Putin be putting out about her?
Yeah, I see that. That's what I'm talking about. You seen it, man? Come on, you ain't never seen no first lady pictures like that of the first lady.
You make Hugh Hefner pictures look like our playmates, like a joke. The ones.
Yeah. I mean, she was half jazzy from neck down. I don't think she's nice looking, but from neck down, she was cool.
Shit, she was naked, neck down, neck up, feet up. Putting pictures.
Yeah. Well,
She didn't have
you
a
know,
stitch of
yeah.
clothing on.
No, she didn't have no clothes on. She was doing her thing. Yeah.
What my man say, doing strange things for a little change.
Oh
Got
yeah.
caught on
You know.
tape.
But you know, I ain't got shit. I ain't got nothing to get where you got to go. Just know when you get there where you come from.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, I mean, ain't nothing. Shit. Do what you gotta do. What they used to say in the old days, my mom said, used to say, you'll learn to love him. Shit. I don't love him, but he can take care of me. Well, you'll learn to love him, honey. Better get what you can get. That's how it used to be. It's probably still that way.
How about that, man?
Yeah. Well, you got more independent women now. They don't depend on. But back in the day, you had to find a, husband.
That's a whole nother conversation, man. How women want to be independent, but then again, they want men like their grandfathers. That is where you can't be independent, but then want to live dependent at the same time. I mean,
Right.
You can't have it both ways.
No, but they have it both ways. That's how they are.
You know, I almost started a riot when I was in college, dude. We was talking about chivalry and equal pay and dating. And I was just stating that, why is it that as a male, women think that I should not pay my rent so I could take your ass out to eat, winding down you and struggle while you pay your rent and your car note and you on Easy Street. I mean, if we like each other and we spend each other time, we can go on a picnic. You can come over, I can cook for you. Why should I mess up my budget and bill payments to entertain you on stuff that you don't do for yourself?
Bro, like I said earlier, if I pick you up and I got sack lunches and you not happy with that, then I already know this ain't gonna work out. You got to be on the same playing field I'm on. You know what I mean? That's one thing I can say, man. I could buy my old lady a $2,000 pair of shoes, or I could buy her a $20 pair of shoes. The smile is gonna still be there. You know what I mean? She gonna be thankful either way. So I'm cool. But I know it's women that try to tell you how, you got to do this or do that. Nah, or like what that restaurant y'all was talking about? You take them to a certain restaurant. Yeah, if I take you, that don't make no difference. If I take you to McDonald's and we split a meal, you better be cool with it.
If I take you to Jack in the Box, McDonald's, or Roost Chris, wherever I take you, I take you. You don't want to go, don't eat.
Yeah. I'm the one that's picky. What I like. A woman, I think a date is a date. It's always been like that. You know what I mean? Hot dogs, just cheap shit. A date is a date. Damn, where they come from? Jay been messing around with these promenade motherfuckers, okay?
It ain't just Jay, man. It's a lot of women. Like even like when I was in college, like we talked about equal dating. I was like, how's the guy? I said, let me explain like this. If men and women is supposed to have equal pay, is there anything such as equal dating? They like, no, you supposed to take me out. So how am I supposed to take you out if I don't make more money? You'll have a provision to do what you want me to do or expect me to do in society. Back in the day, men made more money because they expected to be men, to be gentlemen, and do that stuff for women. But if you're gonna say everything is equal, then it should be equal dating. And that's what the conversation came in, and it went crazy. We almost had a riot in the classroom, but I stood my own, and then I proved the point at the end. I'm like, so you're saying that now, but let's say that you're a mother and your son out there dating. You're gonna tell your son he need to do all the stuff you tell all these other mothers' kids they need to do? That's different. That's my son. No, it ain't no difference.
No.
We're talking male and female. Your child, somebody else's child, still male and female. What you expect the male to do? If it's your seed or somebody else's seed. And that's when their mind started to click. But long as it wasn't their son, it was different. Yeah. Man supposed to love a woman man supposed to love a woman twice as much as you love her. That's some bullshit. Honestly, you supposed to love each other equally. How the hell am I supposed to love you twice as much as you love me? You out your damn mind.
Man, I get me a picnic basket, some wine, a couple of sandwich, hot dogs, or whatever go in there, some drink.
That's right. That's right.
By the lake, man. Come on now.
Damn right. We good. Shit.
All right, I'm out of here, y'all. Holla.
Yeah, right.
All right, big
All right,
dog.
man.
Matter
Have
of
a good
fact, if
weekend.
I ain't got,
Hey, Ali, what's up, dog? He gone.
Gotta go, Fred. Holla.
All right, buddy.
matter of fact, I might need a little thug in you. If I tell you we gonna dine and dash, you better be ready to run. Wear tennis shoes.
Is that little thug? You go down and ditch your die. I heard that
Yeah,
way.
shit.
I'm trying to be with you. Shit.
Nah, I'm trying to tell you. Now, that's one thing. That's one thing my wife ain't gonna do. What I'm trying to tell you, she if she any kind of wrong, she don't have nothing to do with it. You're gonna be going leaving by yourself. I'm not. Yeah.
They used to have a restaurant in San Francisco on top of the Hyatt Hotel. It used to turn around in circles. So while you're eating your meal, you had a panoramic view of the Bay Area. You remember the name of that restaurant?
Top of the Mark.
Top of the Mark. So I remember I took my ex-wife there, and we were enjoying the view. I said, the next house I buy, we're gonna have this view by eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. When I moved from 68 in Avenal, and I got the house up there off of Malcolm, and the first thing I did when I walked in, I looked at the view. I said, you know what? This is the house we're gonna buy. She said, well, it's on a cul-de-sac street and only got one car garage. I said, yeah, but I told you, as soon as I find a house, I can get that view we had at the Equinox. That's what they call the Equinox. I can eat me a sandwich. So I said, now I give me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I can have a view at the Equinox. That's the house I'm gonna buy, and that's the only one that had that view. Because that house we have in Oakland, we can see the Bay Bridge, the Cemetery Bridge, the Golden Gate Bridge, and the Dumbarton Bridge. We can see all four bridges: 580, 880, and Highway 101. Bought that house just because of the view. So if I'm gonna be paying this high as money, I need to see what the hell I'm investing in.
That's what you pay for up there, them views.
So we didn't get to go to Equinox as much after I bought the house, but we had the same
Yeah.
I made sure of that.
That's how it be. But nah, I think that women will tolerate certain things with certain men that they wouldn't tolerate with other men. If they like you, they all in. If they don't, then you got the
My wife
ones
don't
be
like
on
me.
TV talk.
My wife don't like me. I tell you, you don't never be happy. You just temporarily satisfied. Get a temporary satisfied. You go sit your ass in the corner. We can be civil and then come back. We can keep.
I don't know. I think her friends tell her more because her friends, it's so many women like they don't have no men's.
I'm gonna personally call her and tell her you're on Kings in the Morning talking shit, Chief. Keep on.
Call her, Jay. Call her. I'll call her for you. Wait a minute. What's she right now? Okay, she in class. She's out of class. I'll call her. I ain't lying, Jay. I tell the truth.
Hold on, sexy. Hold on, you ain't all that big sexy. Just chill out.
Hey, I didn't say I was all that, Uncle Fred. I just said I tell the truth. I just said I tell the truth.
You act like you just
Look. Hold on, bro. Hold on. I love my wife. That's why I married her. I just said some of the flaws. I ain't say I can't stand her, want to get rid of her. I just said that was a flaw.
Shit about her, I'm gonna make up some shit that by the time she gets to you,
Jay said I'm gonna make up some shit. Okay, Jay. I ain't gonna be Reese. I'm gonna learn from Reese. I ain't fucking with you with the marriage advice. I'm gonna learn from Reese.
I think I destroyed Reese's relationship.
I'll be over there every day playing dominoes in.
Jay, you on track today? Where you going now? You back on schedule? Where you? Oh no, he in Alaska talking shit about what he done.
Jay.
Yeah, that nigga will eat out of McDonald's.
I need to be retired.
That nigga will eat out of
That'll be a good show.
That nigga will eat out of Burger King quicker than shit.
Yeah, I will.
God damn it! Give me two breakfast and some orange juice. Yeah, eat that shit.
I used to go to them. Now, I'm I think as you get older, you kind of just know, like, that ain't cool, man. That shit ain't no
I'm
good.
scared. I
Yeah,
want
I
something
don't.
quick. I want something
Uh,
quick, man. I look over there. You got Burger King, McDonald's, but once
mm-mm.
you taste it, it's like it's poison, and you
In and
Well,
Out
can't.
is the only one I give a shot.
the difference between me and you trying to eat something, your body can't hold on to shit right now, nigga. You lucky to be alive. I'm you can't quantify my body what I eat by yours. What you eat, nigga, your body is singing, staying alive, staying alive. I'm saying boogie fever. I got the boogie down. So get home down. So we singing two different songs. Nigga, you singing holding on.
Just hold on. It's hard to do because life is gone. Holding on. Holding on.
I'm singing, you like the nightlife, you like the boogie. It's got the down. We singing two different songs. My body ain't in the same shape
Just keep
like you.
living. Just keep living.
Yeah, well,
Sparkling.
nigga, so we the
When your
same age.
battery, when your
We, we,
battery, when
well,
nigga,
based on how we living, nigga, when I keep living, you gonna be gone. Gone, gone, gone.
you just don't know what to say when to say it, do you? I'm
I
fighting
just
for my life, and you think it's a joke. You little yellow peon ass motherfucker. You can keep on dancing around, but you better take you need to take a reality check. Your bones is getting brittle. Your mind is it's not as sharp as it used to be. But you're holding on, Jay, and just take that as a compliment and a blessing of God from God. But don't
okay.
sit back and call your punk ass self fucking make me your goddamn joke. Yeah, I'm doing what it takes to hold on,
Okay.
motherfucker. And when I get through with my treatment now, in 4 hours I'll need another one. You bitch
Okay.
ass motherfucker. And I need you to send me some orange juice and $2.
Okay.
Said $2.
And $2.50.
Uh-huh.
Oh. All
You
right.
got you got I'm gonna send it to you on the 3rd of June.
12:30. Till the 3rd of June. Nigga, where you at? When you coming home?
I'm sending it to you on the 33rd of June, November.
All right, I got to go off camera and get cleaned up. But I'm listening. I'm listening, motherfuckers. I got an appointment at 2 over in Temple, Texas.
Appointment for what?
Urology. I'm like I told you, man, I'm spilling my shit. I got a bad infection. Somewhere is back in me. I don't know what the fuck going on, and they don't either. But I can't live like this. Bye.
Is it making your weenie hurt?
Oh no, not at all. Not at all. That don't have nothing to do with my weenie. See, that's where your joking gets fucked up.
Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make
Now let's be more specific to where you don't sound ignorant. Okay. Wiener, uropathy, all that kind of shit. I don't know, man. I'm not a fucking scientist, so go ahead and joke with it. I don't understand. But infection control, that means that your body is getting an infection from somewhere. It's not your weenie so much, but then when your urine is not passing somewhere, it sets up an infection. And they've been monitoring my shit, and none of the antibiotics that I've been taking, orally, they haven't been working. So I believe Friday or Thursday last week, I got a text on my phone saying go to the nearest emergency room. So when I got there, I showed her my phone, and she got in contact with some people in the the CDC wanted to know this and know that because they couldn't find an antibiotic that would to fight the infection. So finally they found something, but it's IV. It's IV endurance. So I got an IV in my arm and I have to put this thing on me every 4 hours. But what fucks me up is, you know, I'm not a dope fiend. And I look at these needles and shit, and y'all talking about ports being infected. So I'm gonna go over here and get a better understanding of what's going on and why is it, what can urology do to fix it? I'm deathly afraid of having that same surgery again. You know, so that's where I'm at with that.
What was that?
With that being said,
What surgery are you talking about?
the reconstruction of the urethra. There's a pocket in there that's holding urine.
But you said that it didn't have anything to do with your weenie.
My weenie is out there, Jay. Number one, my dick out there. That's what you call a weenie. It's dick way out there. My urethra goes all the way back from the asshole up to the bladder, nigga. Now, I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I'm not a physician and neither are you. Now, you done made a few dollars, call yourself singing a few notes and made a few investments and shit like that, but you're not a fucking doctor, bitch ass. Are you listening to me?
No.
Can the public hear?
Yeah, we're going to the back.
Oh my God.
Sign us off, King Fred.
Oh my God. You serious?
Yes, sign us off, King Fred.
You always.
Everybody have a good weekend, King Fred.
Bye, y'all. This motherfucker that got me.
You sound like Bernie Mac. America? Look here, America.
This motherfucker. I love y'all.
My sister Chocolate Peach says the urethra has nothing.
Oh, you ain't got one. Do you want one? Stop it. Look.
Yeah, she's disappointed.
What'd she say?
Yeah, she said that the urethra has nothing to do with your ass.
Okay. We already got a woman on here that got a prostate. Now you want a urethra?
Same that time the channel.
Every person, every human who urinates has a urethra.
Are we going backstage?
Yep, right now.